This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
Welcome to DBL. It's Wednesday, July 8th. I'm Jeff. I'm here with Tori. I haven't seen you in a while.
I know.
It's nice to be in the studio once in a while.
It's like a break. It's a nice little break, and I'm feeling very nautical today.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah. I'll meet you at the volleyballs in the sand.
Brandon London joins us from home. Brandon, save Tori.
Look at
wow. Brandon, looking fresh and so clean.
Wow, baby Brandon.
Erica's not the only one with the hair reveal, Jeff. You know, I had to show off.
Wow, you look great, man. I love
Fantastic.
Aerodynamics.
Thanks. A quick story behind it. Quick story behind it. You know, I've been into like energies and crystals, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna cut it off to release some bad energy and bad relationships in my life. Nah, I got to Virginia to visit my family, and it was hot as I don't know what. I was like, this mop has to go.
That's the real reason. I love it. All right, guys, let's get into some stories because we're getting some insight into Johnny Depp's life and his marriage to ex-wife Amber Heard. Johnny is suing the Sun newspaper over allegations that he abused Amber while they were married. Now, both Amber and Johnny were present for the trials that are currently taking place in London. And the court heard that Johnny allegedly slapped Amber 3 times, get this, after she made fun of his Wino Forever tattoo. Used to say Winona.
It did used to say Winona.
Used to say Winona. Uh-oh. Another revelation, Johnny admitted to spending $30,000 a month on wine and drugs, which included cocaine, ecstasy, LSD, and cannabis.
Okay.
But he says it never resulted in abuse towards his ex. I mean, those are all casual drugs.
You know, it's just a little sample. It's just a simple sample. Look, I think Johnny Depp nothing will hurt his career, though. He's like the Robert Downey Jr.
Agreed.
He can do whatever he wants. He's the bad boy, and for some reason, it's perfectly fine. Now, there's videos of him doing crazy stuff. There's videos of Amber Heard doing crazy stuff. This was a crazy marriage that got out of control, and I'm glad it's over.
I'm with you, but what about Johnny's side here, Brandon? Like, if, you know, he's suing people, I mean, maybe he's got a side, too.
Yeah, and this is where I got to disagree with you, Tori, because this is all about vindication. I mean, in Hollywood, politics, even sports, you can come back and have a career after drugs and alcoholic benders. But when it comes to putting your hands on a woman or even putting your hands on a child, that's something that no brand or no company could ever excuse you for. So he's going all the way in trying to vindicate his life to get his career back.
Yeah, and I hear what you're saying, especially as like the Disney Pirates of the Caribbean hero that he is with kids and all of that. But I do think that there's enough audio and video out there that shows bad behavior on both their ends. And for some reason, Johnny Depp, it sort of rolls off his back in some ways.
Yeah, I hear you. But to Brandon's point, he's got to try to protect himself.
Yeah, he does.
You know, definitely.
Yep.
All right, guys, Kanye West is doubling down on his bid for presidency. The rapper revealed his 2020 platform to Forbes magazine. He says he no longer supports President Trump, has never voted a day in his life, and would run the White House based on the secret country of Wakanda from the movie Black Panther. All right. He also claims he had coronavirus in February, but it's suspicious of vaccines. Okay, there's a lot to uncover here, calling them, quote, the mark of the beast. Now, Blackish actor Anthony Anderson had a lot to say about it, as do I, about Kanye's presidential bid while filling in for Jimmy Kimmel. Take a look at this.
President Kanye. That's right. Yeezy wants to be Preezy. And, you know, laugh all you want, but this would be historic because while this country has had a black president, we've never had a crazy black president.
Now, Brandon, I'm going to get to you. Me and Tori were talking before the show. Imagine him at a debate and him standing up there and like, so what are your presidential policies? How are you going to run the country? And he's like, you ever see Wakanda? Like, I mean, this is crazy.
Hey, he'd be like, hey, Obamacare was one of the best ones out there, but Yeezy Care is for the people. Like, come on, this is so stupid. This is so stupid. So I'm gonna let y'all have fun with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go right to Tori because he said I don't know why he threw in that he had coronavirus. The fact that he hasn't voted, I don't think helps his cause, and there were some other things in there. Take it away, Tori.
Yeah, that vaccines are the mark of the beast.
That really bothers me on a serious note.
Serious note,
yes,
too. He's also said that he's pro-life, so that's got to affect a lot of other people. You really got to read the article. It's quite sort of crazy and all over the place. Look, I think this is a performance art piece. I think he's a performance artist. I don't think he wants to govern a day in his life. I don't think he wants to attend a meeting and wake up at 8 a.m. and deal with all that. I don't think he wants to be president. But as Al Jackson, our other co-host, said to me personally, it's just not the time right now.
Yeah.
Things are just too crazy, you know? Like, I don't have time to even, like, go through what he said. I'm dealing with, like, 130,000 people dying in America and police brutality and an election. So, wrong timing, and I'm kind of weirded out that Kim Kardashian sort of let him make that mistake. I would have thought she knows better, and I think she hasn't said anything.
I think her bid for the First Lady outweighs sense.
Yes.
That's what I think. That's what I think is going on now. All right. Some networks are considering, check this out, rewarding reality TV stars for good behavior. This comes after a number of reality stars, including members of the Vanderpump Rules cast, were fired after posting offensive and racist comments on social media. So networks like CBS, MTV, and VH1 are hiring private investigators to dig into the stars' social media feeds and are offering them good behavior bonuses in their contract. I mean, if you're going to do this, you got to change the name of reality TV, right?
Yeah, because that's not real.
No, it's not real at all.
What do you think, your reality star?
Listen, I mean, here's the thing. Everyone does dumb things in their past, and you have to pay the consequences for them. I don't think having a social media manager changes your thoughts or feelings on who they are. You have to go through it as a person to change who you are. You can't have someone just typing for you, and that makes you that person.
Right.
Right? So reality is all about reality, who you are, not about who this social media wants to portray you as.
Yeah, that's almost like the complete opposite of what reality is.
Exactly.
It's just like creating that. Brandon, what do you think? Do you think that's smart? I also think just be a good person because you're a good person. You don't
right, and learn from your past.
Exactly.
You're not learning anything if people are deleting your social media.
Right.
I
mean, it's two sides to it, I feel like, you know, because the compensation, there's motivation and compensation. So I think that it'll have some of them clean up their act a little bit more. But the thing about TV is, as you all know, is when you say something, we have producers in the booth that can go and hit a button and the audience doesn't hear that. On social media, there's no producers in the booth that can't stop them from posting the N-word in rap lyrics or posting controversial things out there. So I can see why they're trying to add some sort of compensation to motivate them not to do dumb things.
Dude.
But at the end of the day, just don't be an idiot.
Yeah, like if you're racist on Facebook and you're canceled, that's your fault.
Yeah, I mean,
you know?
I don't
Yeah.
There's a learning experience there that they would have never got. Again, I don't think they should be canceled. I'm going to say that first and foremost. Yeah. I don't think they should be canceled. They're going through what they're going through, and I promise you, they will never make that mistake again a day in their life. But if someone is deleting that for them and they don't learn a lesson from it,
it's a lose-lose.
It's a lose-lose, and now you're being compensated for those thoughts. That's where I totally disagree.
Yeah, manipulation of reality completely.
Absolutely. All right, guys, we want to give a big DBL shout-out to Olympic sprinter Usain Bolt, who welcomed a baby girl with his girlfriend back in May. Get this, he recently posted these photos, look how cute they are, of his daughter with the name fit for a champion. Meet Olympia Lightning Bolt. How you like that name? A lot to live up to. The 8-time Olympic gold medalist also wished his girlfriend Cassie Bennett a happy 21st birthday.
Okay.
Brandon, you're looking aerodynamic.
Yeah, you do look fast, Brandon.
Look. Congratulations, Usain Bolt. Congratulations. I'm not taking anything from him being a first-time parent, but you have now put a bullseye on this kid's back.
True.
Because if this you can't lose not one track meet for the rest of your life with the name Lightning Bolt. Come on now.
It's so true. I wonder if the pregnancy was like super fast. Like she came out fast. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I'm not going to speak for Cassie, but my guess is no.
Okay.
My guess is no. A total opposite name. She was screaming different things at the time.
Very different.
Again, I'm just speculating, allegedly. All right, Brandon, stick around. Coming up on DBL, a notorious tabloid celebrity has passed away. We're looking back at the case of Mary Kay Letourneau. And as we go to break, a reminder that DBL is still doing our part to fight COVID-19. Everyone has been working from home for months now. I love this guy.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. Welcome back to DBL. Ooh, I love the breaks here at
I do
DBL.
too.
A notorious tabloid celebrity has died. Mary Kay Letourneau, who, if you remember, was convicted in 1997 of raping her 13-year-old student when she was 34 years old. She died yesterday, unfortunately, of cancer. She was just 58 years old. Now, Mary Kay and the student named Willie Filau were married for nearly 12 years until he filed for divorce in 2017. He was reportedly by her side when she died. The strangest, I mean, I remember this so vividly, this case.
This was everywhere. It was everywhere. And then it began the idea of the teacher-student relationship, if you remember, and she was vilified. But there was a question I've always brought up that you and I kind of had a little talk about earlier, that if this were a man, and it was a man raping a 13-year-old student girl.
And you used the word, she was vilified. Rightfully so.
Right, rightfully so. But imagine and then she kind of became a character that you were like, oh, maybe they are in love. If a man had done this to a female student, he would have been seen as just an absolute rapist the rest of his life.
Yeah, there's a movie called, what is it with Donnie Berger? Adam Sandler has a movie about this whole thing where he was a famous star for this. Brandon, what's your take on this?
You know, back when this, I forget what grade I was in, but I mean, let's be honest, for a lot of like young kids who had a hot teacher, this was a fantasy for a lot of us. I mean, let's be 100%.
You're being honest, yeah.
But now as you get But now as you get older and you realize what it actually is, it is rape. And you got it, like, I look at it differently now than I did back in the 6th, 7th grade. So, I mean, I feel as though, I know they've already done a movie on it, but since it's so recent now that she's died, I feel like there's gonna be some sort of Netflix special or some sort of documentary out there for someone to really go deeper into what happened.
I just think the important part you said is the fantasy, right? Like that kids think about that and there's crushes on teachers, but having an actual sexual relationship is so different and so invasive and so illegal.
Yeah, oh, totally. And the movie I'm referring to is That's My Boy, Brandon. It's a comedy. It's Adam Sandler, and he has a kid at a young age, right? And it's Andy Samberg, and it's with his teacher. So he goes to visit his teacher in prison. It's this huge comedy where he was a star when he was younger.
It's not funny in a way.
So, I mean, but this is where we're at. They would never make a comedy of a man who was in prison who had sex with a 13-year-old. Never. So
zero chance. And it should be the same standard. It should.
You're right. And we're all woke now. What's up? Everyone woke.
Woke.
I just want to say that on TV.
Say it one more time.
All right, Brandon. Brandon, there's going to be a meme out there, and I'm going to get made fun of. We'll see you later in the show. Coming up on DBL, Erica catches up with celebrity psychiatrist Dr. Alan Amen. Who doesn't want to listen to that guy? Oh, Daniel
Amen, yeah.
I was so focused on the amen part, I got excited. Who gives us some tips on maintaining mental clarity during these rocky times? I could use it. Don't go away.
Woke.
Do you have a life insurance?
Welcome back to DBL. With so much going on in the world, life can be overwhelming. That's why it's so important to manage your mental health. Erica caught up with celebrity psychiatrist Dr. Daniel Amen. Amen to that. There was a joke somewhere and I ruined it. He's sharing some of his wisdom in today's DBL Spotlight.
Dr. Daniel Amen, thank you so much for coming on DBL. Now, you are a distinguished psychiatrist and brain health expert. Tell us, in the midst of a pandemic, what's the one thing everyone should be doing right now when it comes to their mental health?
Well, when it started for me, March 10th, that night, I wrote down mental hygiene is just as important as washing your hands. We need to disinfect our thoughts. I call it kill the ants, the automatic negative thoughts that attack us. And it's so important to develop mental discipline to deal with the chronic stress that has come our way.
Automatic negative thoughts are not just for one of us, they're for all of us. And I think when you work with a lot of celebrities, I mean, including Miley Cyrus, you did recently an Instagram live video.
You know, I gave myself physical symptoms of things that I didn't even have because I convinced myself in anxiety.
So what was it like working with her, and what advice helped her that others can benefit from too?
Well, I love her. I've known her almost 10 years, and she's just so smart. And when the pandemic hit, she called me on a Sunday night, and I had to walk her back from the ledge. She was so anxious. And as I did, and she felt so much better, she said, well, will you go on my platform with 105 million fans and talk about how to do this? And then after we did that together, she started her series, Bright Minded.
Mental health is so important, yet there's still the stigma around it that prevents people from seeking help. And I want to add to that, that Black people in this country have been historically discouraged from seeking mental health. How can we as a society change that?
I've been a psychiatrist just about 40 years, and I've always hated the term mental illness. It's shaming, it's stigmatizing, it's demoralizing, and it's wrong. What we realized is most psychiatric problems are not mental health issues at all, but rather they are brain health issues that steal your mind. I'm in a new docuseries with Justin Bieber. I've been Justin's doctor for a long time. And about a year and a half ago, Justin came into my office and he said, my brain can have problems just like my heart can have problems. If you told me I had heart disease, I'd do everything you said. He said, I'm gonna start doing everything you say. And then he got remarkably better.
Well, Dr. Amen, I mean, you're an author, you're a professor, and now I really want to encourage people to get your book because they're the best way for me. I always feel like if I can help me help myself get better, that's really effective. And the way that I do that is to go to the experts like you, Dr. Daniel Amen. So I thank you so much for coming on DBL, and we'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by...
If you've ever considered
Comes to cooling off this summer, I have the perfect hack for you. You can cool down drinks in a matter of minutes, and I'll show you how in this DBL home hack presented by American Home Shield.
Cool.
What's up, guys? It's been a really hot summer here in Denver. In fact, it's super hot out today, and I got an easy hack to keep your drinks cold because I hate warm drinks. And let's face it, sometimes, look at it in my fridge. You run out of room in the fridge with all the kids' drinks and fruits and everything like that, and you just want to keep your drinks cold outside. So I got a fun, easy hack to keep those drinks extra cold in a short period of time. All you need is a container. I got myself a little cooler here, some ice, some water. This is actually a beer mug Jordan gave me. It's a big beer mug. Some salt, and then just some warm drinks. I got a couple beers here and I got a couple waters here. So what I'm gonna do here is set a timer. I'm gonna be legit. I'm gonna pour all this in there, and then after 10 minutes, find out if these drinks are really cold, okay? So all you do, obviously, is add your ice, add your water, and then this is the magic ingredient. 2 spoonfuls of salt, so that's just like 2 palms. That's what my grandmama taught me. My grandmama. I'm Italian, I wouldn't say grandmama. Anyways, my grandmama taught me that, and there's some kind of chemical reaction that happens with the salt and the ice water that makes your drinks even colder. So take your warm drinks, lay them in there. All right, guys, I got them all in there, as you can see. Did you see that? All right, so I close that up. What I'm gonna do here is start this timer for 10 minutes. And then when that goes off, we'll see if these babies are cold. So the moment of truth, guys. Please go inside. So the moment of truth, guys. My kid's not feeling great today, but these drinks are pretty cold, I'm not even lying. This was warm, this was warm. This feels really cold because it's a can, but it's 10 a.m., so I'm not gonna drink a beer. That's pretty cold in just 10 minutes. And you can taste the salt actually. So rinse it off. But the next time you want your drinks cold, fast at your party, use this little hack and your guests will be a lot happier. When it comes to your home, American Home Shield warranty helps cover many things homeowners insurance leaves out. Call American Home Shield at 1-800-919-3629 to get a free quote today. Brandon, Tori was bashing that home hack while we were watching it.
I was not. I was simply saying that you then have to rinse off because you're going to drink salty water.
But you have to compromise because your drinks are colder in half the time. You throw some Dos Equis, some Tecates in there, little Corona. It's nice with a little splash of salt.
It is. So for Mexican beer, that would be an amazing hack.
I think just to get water colder is an amazing hack. I don't know why Tori's breaking my chops on this one, Brandon.
Come on, Tori. Hey, I think this is a great hack because the other day I had a spicy margarita, but after like 10, 15 minutes out in the sun, it turned into like a jalapeno soup.
Oh, God, that's the worst.
Tori, you got a hack for that?
You know what? I could say, throw it out.
Hey, Tori, you know what? At the break, she volunteered herself for home hacks. Welcome to the new home hack champion. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
No.